Assalamu alaikum. It's the Monday after the first week of Ramadan, and I wanted to reach out because I made a video a few days ago. I was sitting in front of an account that is a big account for my company, and I was not dressed in my hijab, and I really felt kind of uncomfortable about it because I feel very called right now to wear the hijab, and this is a very important step in my journey. And so I made a video about how I wasn't quite comfortable because this company, it's a very important account to us. It's a very important account to me. I've worked on this account for years, developing the relationship and nurturing it and handling them. And it's a lot of money for all of us. And so I wanted to be respectful because they're extreme Christian, they're extreme right-wing organization. And it just would not have been appropriate for me to wear the hijab and go to work to this account. And I've really been praying because it's been so amazing this Ramadan that Allah's like, he's changing my heart. He's doing such beautiful things in me. And I think that we get so distracted by this world and by our own nafs and by our own mind and by what we think other people will think of us. And it is distracting to the point where we sometimes don't see to go ahead and do the right thing. So this is what that story is about. So the next day, I went to work in not just my hijab, full abaya. I was full on abaya, the hijab, the whole thing. And something happened, and I had to go to that account. We were doing a huge party for them for 175 people. And what happened was our catering van, we had so much equipment and food that it wouldn't fit into one van. And so they came to me and were like, we're going to have to rent a box truck, and we don't have time to rent the box truck, unload the entire van, and then put everything back on a new box truck. And like, we're short for time. We don't know what we're going to do. And I said, you know what? Calm down. It's fine. And I said, I can fit everything in my car. And so why don't I just put the things in my car that you guys can't fit, and I'll follow you down there. And they said, okay. And so I thought, oh boy, because I had not planned to go to this account, and here I am, not just in hijab, but in a full abaya. And so I pulled one of the team members aside and I said, okay, here's the deal. Look at how I'm dressed. And he said, yeah. And I said, and we've got to go to this place. And he said, what were you thinking? And I said, it's not about what I was thinking. It's that I didn't think that I had to go to this account today. Like, I thought that you guys could handle it and I wouldn't be needed. And I thought it was fine. I have other accounts that I have other things going on today. I said, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to drive down with you. But when we get to the loading dock, please just unload my car. I won't even get out of the car. And then we can unload the stuff. You can go in and talk to them, and I'll take off, and they won't even know that I was there. And he said, okay. And so we're driving down there, and we arrive to the loading dock, and they're standing outside on the loading dock waiting for us. That never happens. Never, never, never is a client outside waiting for us. They were outside. So we drive up, and I'm like, okay, Allah, you are trying to tell me something here, so I am going to listen up closely. So I just went with it. They saw me. The minute they saw me, they came to the car, lots of questions about the party, blah, blah, blah. I had to get out of the car. So I get out of the car in my full abaya, my high heels, my hijab, the whole thing. And one of the ladies said to me, Amanda, you look beautiful. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And I just kept on talking about the job and work and what I had to do. We got everything moved, and I got back in the car. And I was driving back to the office, and I was like, subhanallah, like, Allah knows best always. Like, even if I have a plan, he has a better plan. And I'm so grateful and humbled. And, I took a step in the right direction. I took a step of faith, a leap of faith, that this would end up being the right call. And it was. And I had another, so, following what he has planned for us, like that's big. If you're standing on the fence about whether you should wear your hijab, if you're worried about people judging you or getting bullied, that's okay. Those are real fears, and I'm not diminishing those fears, because we live in a time where Islamophobia is a big deal, and you could very easily fall victim to that if you're not aware of yourself. But wearing the hijab and wearing the abaya and the hijab, they give you a special kind of strength. That brings me to the second part of my story. So Friday, I was at work, and I had a coworker come, a woman come, and she jumped all over me verbally. She like attacked me verbally, and I was not having it. She's been a problem in the past. And in the past, I have been very apologetic, I'm a people pleaser. So I'm going to try to like make everything smooth and fine. I will say I'm sorry even if it's not my fault. Not today, not yesterday, and not the day before. We are in the month of Ramadan. I am in my hijab and my abaya. I am a Muslima. I am a proud and brave Muslima. So when this girl came and attacked me, I just kept doing what I was doing. She was going off and off. She finally left. I sat there with it for a minute. I didn't respond to her. I held my dignity. And I was in the process of doing something, and the more I did it, the angrier I got, and I thought, calm down. This is not the way to handle this. Be a good Muslim. Like, what does it mean to be a good Muslim right now in this situation? So I took a deep breath. I walked to the department that she worked in, and I talked to her boss quietly aside, and I said, I need to share something with you. This person just came at me verbally. I will not be treated that way. So going forward, here's what we're going to do. If there's something that she needs to say about me or to me, she needs to say it to you, and then you need to come to me. That's the chain of command. She doesn't work for me. I don't work for her. We're in different departments. You're her boss. Anything that needs to be conveyed can be conveyed through you. And he said, you're right. I completely understand. I didn't know that she did that. I will handle it. And I said, thank you. I said, I don't want to take this to our owner, to the boss, but I will if you can't handle this. So just know that I will not be treated this way anymore. I don't treat people like that. I'm not going to be treated that way at work. And that's what happened. And that was because I had the strength and I had the courage. And it was because of the hijab and because of Ramadan and because of Allah being in my heart and guiding me that I did not go off on my old behavior would have been to go right back at her. I was so mad and I just let it go because my Ramadan, my intention is about surrender. So things are just magically happening and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful and I have such peace. Alhamdulillah that I have peace about this and that I will continue to grow and I can't wait to see what he's going to do next. So I know this has been a long video and if you stuck around this long, thank you very much. But just know that Allah is here to change your heart. And you know, my job, I was worried about wearing the hijab to work. Everybody supports me at work, 100%. It's not been a problem. I think the problem is me, not them. Not saying that's the case with everybody, but I'm saying it might be more in your head than you think that it is. So have courage, do the right thing, be the amazing Muslim. Show everybody what Islam is really about. You can do this, and Allah is there to guide you, and I'm here to support you. Alhamdulillah.